It is 2025 WIP Parade time, baby. Yes! I'm so ready to do this video. Grab you a drink. I hope you're stitching and come along with me on my WIP Parade. It has been a hot minute since I done a YouTube. I just uploaded one a minute ago about where I've been, what's been going on, all that good stuff. If you want to know those details, go over and check that out. This is completely and totally just a WIP Parade for 2025. As we go through this, I have realized that this is my 4-year anniversary in April of stitching, and there is things that I started and that I have not stitched on since I started it 4 years ago. Those will be going in the UFO pile or the giveaway pile or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to be taking some stuff out, and I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Some of the stuff I can't remember. I'm going to pile all of this stuff over here, and I'm going to make a card for every project so that I can make sure I don't forget what I have, because I know I'm the only one that does that, you know, and I can stitch on it. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, I'm starting with this massive pile on my lap. Some of this stuff I just did a parade about and showed you, but we're going to do it again. You ready? Here we go. Crab dance. And I will say none of this is going to be in no rhyme or reason. I will try to tell you what I'm stitching on when I started it, if I can remember. If not, we're just going to roll with it. Tiny Modernist crab dance. I started this a couple of days ago for Mania. And this is what I have got. That is it. I am stitching this on the fabric. 32 count Country Atlantic Lugana by Swagger. I'm using the called for DMC. Next, this one is Beachy by the Cricut Collection. Beachy Mood by the Cricut Collection. I wish that the fabric showed this off better in that picture. I am doing it on a mystery linen. Looked everywhere, can't find the name of it. No, it's not ironed. I don't roll like that. Maybe one day, today ain't your day. But this is what I've got. It is coming. I love it. As I shared on my last video a minute ago, I've redone my kitchen and it's beach themed. And this one is on my to get done list so that I can get it finished and hung. Framed, of course, with glass so that it doesn't ruin it, but in my kitchen. Next. This one I started a few days ago also. It is Patriotic Quaker by Cottage. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the glare of the light, but the light in this room is not great, so got to do what we got to do. That is what I got so far. It is a mystery linen, 14 count something, not sure. If I go to an antique store or anywhere and I see pieces of fabric in a scrap bag, I will grab them, and that is what that is from. Next, we have Summertime. This is by Counting Puddles. I started this one, I think, yesterday. No, day before yesterday. This is in the August 2023 Just Cross Stitch magazine. I will show you the front cover of the magazine in a minute, but this is what I'm stitching. Sweet Summertime. I am using the called for DMC, but it is in this magazine. If you have this magazine, that is where you can find this pattern. I did forget that I had this in a magazine. Purchased it off of Etsy. The symbols was horrible. They were horrible. And I seen the page and I was like, that's out of a magazine. And so I Googled it and found out it was here and I had the magazine. So I'm using this pattern from the magazine. The ones that I bought off Etsy were horrible. They're horrible. I'm almost wondering if that person is doing something illegal by selling the pattern. Next thing, Cottage of the Month. I started a couple of these. This is the January Cottage by Country Cottage Needleworks. Sure, it's hard to see. It's just the images. Not cool. Let me take my pattern off. So this is where I am. I did do the April one of these completely, is done. That is the only one completed. So that one is January that I have got going. have Sir Thomas by Glendon Place. He's a pretty turkey. He uses a lot of specialty threads, the rainbow threads. What am I stitching this on? Very good question. Let me see if I've got it in here. Possibly, possibly not. He has a ton of beads too. Tons of beads. Let me look. Hang on. I'm stitching this on 14 count Vanilla Cream Ada by Rogue. And there he is. He is beautiful. So shiny and sparkly. I don't know if you can tell it. Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's going to be a big boy. That. Next is Hello Spring by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is a freebie that you can get on their, if you are signed up for their email list. They send one out on Friday once a month, I believe it is. So that is where this one come from. Really cute. I am doing the DMC conversion, however. I am stitching it on Arctic Sea 28 count linen that I got at Barefoot Needle Art. They sell these small little pieces. This was a 5x5 piece. They're called ornament packs. And so I just grabbed one of those and I swear I've got on it. This is another one that I just started a couple of days ago. I figured out I like to have big pieces, but I need a lot of little ones in between to keep me motivated. So there you have it. The next one that I'm going to show you is a beast. It is Summer Quaker by Lila Studio. I cannot wait to have this one stitched and actually be hanging up. This is one of those that I don't even want to like stitch it for the enjoyment of stitching it. I want it to be hanging in my house. Does that make sense? I do like doing Quakers. I have not done a lot of Quakers, but they're fun because you just get one color and go with it. I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana Vanilla Cream by Rogue as well. Apparently I have a favorite color and didn't even know. And I'm not going to be a ding-dong this time. In my last video, I showed you the back side of my work. I'm going to show you the front side of my work. So that is what I have got. Trying to work on getting that border done, and then I want to do like one of those motifs a day or something through the summer and see how far I can get on it. There's that one. Okay, next is the series Log Cabin Christmas. Log Cabin Christmas by Little House Needleworks. This is the sketchy sketch of what it looks like. It is a 9-part series. I will be stitching them all on one piece. I got the thread pack that will do the whole series. Let's see if I've got my fabric thing in here. I'm stitching it on 28 count Lugana Sandy Toes by Barefoot Needle Art. When this come out, I was going to do one a month and keep up with the series. Not happened. This is a fun stitch though. This is a fun one to do during the winter time. I love the colors. I love the coziness of it. But I'm considering working on my Christmas stuff in July this year. Just to get me in the mood. We will see. There's going to be bags everywhere. Everywhere. This one is my Lady of the Flag. She is my unicorn chart. I love her. As much as I love her, I do not stitch on her as much as I wish that I could or should, or whatever you want to say. Hunting my picture to show you. And you're just out of luck. I'll show you what I got so far. I am stitching this on the Constitution fabric. And that is what I have got so far. This one is a lot of work. You have to be extremely focused. It takes 1 second to get off on it. And if you don't get the coloring in the right places, it really affects the whole piece. That is why I don't work on this one much. I believe that this will be one that I work on a good bit, at least one whole day when I go to StitchCon, because I would love to get that one done and framed and in my house. I am like a very patriotic person. I love the USA. I think it's an amazing country. Yes, we have faults, but I'm patriotic all the way, and I want her hung in my house. I was singing Jeopardy music just then when I was drinking this. Just wanted you to know. So this, I know you can't really tell, is where I keep all my cross-stitch project bags. I will have to do a video of that at some point. Right now, I'm just going to pull all of this stuff out, show it to you, and then put it back because I kind of sort of have it sorted a little bit. Kind of sort of. Kind of sort of. Yay. Here we go. All right, this one is Frosty Tiny Town. All right, so here's my thing about these tiny towns. I have started a couple of them. I have not been in love with them, but I have been stitching them on a convenient count of fabric for my eyes. However, I have been seeing people stitch these on like 40, 46 count. They are so stinking petite and cute. I'm thinking that I want to do the entire Tiny Town series on that little petite fabric. I'm thinking about it. I am going to get me some 46 count and see if I can see it. And if I can see it, I will want to do every one of the Tiny Towns on that fabric. They're just so stinking cute being petite. I'm trying to get this out to show it to you. I have got this far. That is it. And I know your next question is going to be my fabric. So let me look. That would be my next question. Just saying. Do I have it? Don't have it. Sorry. You're out of luck. That is a mystery linen. Next, we have, Noah's Ark. So this is a piece that I bought to do a stitch along with, made by Michelle McGraw and the 911 Stitcher. And it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chart. That's all I got. Again, I forget what I have in my cross stitch stuff and I don't work on it, and I'm fixing to fix that. That is being stitched on Zweigart 32 count Blue Whisper is the name of the fabric. It is on my iPad, so I don't have a picture of it. If you go to my Instagram, Sew What Stitcher, SEWWHATSTITCHER, you can see a picture of the chart. It's a really cute chart. I do want to get it done and get it hung. It's just not my most favoritist one. All right, this one is Teresa Kogut, Simple Life. I love this chart. I love it. It says, a simple life is a peaceful life. Love it. And I have been MIA stitching here lately, so I haven't got a lot done on it. This is on 28 count Water Lily by Joblin, however you say it. And that's what I got. Nothing huge. But it's a start. I'm trying to remember how I folded this up. Like so, like so. Alright. Next is Summer in the Village. I love all of these big pieces, and then I'm not committed to spending a lot of time on. This is an Owl Forest embroidery. I'm stitching on 28 count Lugana Sandy Toes by Barefoot Needle Art. Here is the chart. It is so cute. This is another one of those that I need to make it a rule that I need to get at least one motif done a week on it. This is all I got. That's it. That's it. I need to work on some kind of manageable, attainable goal for these. Like this. That are bigger. Okay, this one I've had a hot minute. I do love it. I don't know why my heart screams to work on this one right before Valentine's Day, but then I don't want to work on it any other time. But it is what it is. Here's the chart. The heart is like a garden, It is so pretty. The heart is like a garden. It grows with love and time. This was in just cross stitch. I have the magazine. This is my working copy from February 2022. February 2022. I am stitching it with the DMC called for on a white 14 count Aida. And that's all I got. That's it. Y'all, I've got to do better about this stuff. I do have a bunch of stuff finished that I need to do fully finishing stuff for. Y'all would be so impressed if I actually finished stuff. I would be too, quite frankly. All right, another Tiny Town. This is Big Hearty Tiny Town. Cute. Love it. Started it once. Wasn't in love with the fabric. Restarted it again on this fabric. Still not in love with it. That's all I did. But I am really convinced that the reason I have not been in love with these Tiny Towns before now is because they were meant to be stitched on 40 or 46 count. And I just needed to discover that. I'm going to make a project thing and put all of my Tiny Towns in that project bag. And that way I can have them and work on them. All right. Next. Oh, I was wondering where these were. Yay. See, I'm going to write all these down. I did really good about keeping up with my book for a while, and then I didn't. That goes to my Lady of the Flag. All right, this next one is by the Blue Flower. Happy Campers. Such a cute chart. I can't decide if I want to stitch that building down there or not. I probably will, because it does remind me of when we go to Tennessee to the log cabin. Look, this is horrible. This is shameful as a stitcher. I am ashamed of myself. And this start is so sad. I got an H and an E. I think I know why. I got fabric to do this 1/1. And I think it's 32. It ain't happening. I'll have to rethink that. Okay, next one is Valentine Village. This is another one that was in a magazine. This is my working copy. It was in February 2022 of Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm stitching mine on 18 count Mystic Gray Aida from Zweigart. This is the chart of the 2-page. Like so. Super cute. And that's what I got. You know what? If I'm getting joy from it, that's all that matters, right? Okay, this next one is a buttons and beads. Looks like so. Has flamingos on it. I had a love-hate relationship with the perforated paper. And my friends decided to tell me to keep with it. I don't hate stitching on it now. But it's still not my favorite thing to do. That's why I've not gotten no further on that. This one is the Bee Comes. This one I started for Mania 1 year. I haven't really touched it since. It is beautiful. And I've just got to get these out. I've got to get a system to where I can keep them in front of me and I can stitch on them. Remember that I have them and stitch on them. I do not know what this fabric is. It is a linen. Do not remember the color. Don't have the name on it. There's what I've got. I love these charts. I don't know why I don't stitch on them. Again, I got to where I was buying more than I was stitching. Insane. Okay, this one is called Easter, I think. Easter Decorative Tile. This one was off of Etsy. Love this one. My mama is almost got this one finished. I'm stitching mine on 32 count Ice by Artisti. No, by Zweigart. That's what I've got. That's what I got. I've been looking for these. These are Star Spangled Ornaments. I was looking for these because I was sharing in my last video, my Mania video. I just made a project, what do they call them? Project folder. And I want to put all of my Patriotic stitches, or like 95% of it in there. And I was hunting these to put in there. So that's one I've got done. I have the tart pans to finish these. I keep a tree. You can see it right here. That is my little tree that I typically decorate. I've had issues this year, and I haven't done hardly anything, but I have everything ready to complete these and hang them on my tree. I just gotta do it. This is another one that I was hunting for. This is 4th of July Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I was doing Old Glory, trying to cover up the chart so I don't break rules. Down here it is. Let me do it like that. There's what it looks like. To do some mini pillows. I have all of the stuff in here to do the entire piece. I think I started it even. Did I start it? Let me see. Hang on. I'm getting my ducks in a row. No, did not start it. I have the fabric in here to stitch it, and I have not stitched it. I was going to do this with a group last year. Didn't do it. That's what I got. This one is not far from being done. This would be a quick one to do. I like having little doable pillows for the 4th of July. And that, believe it or not, is the majority of things that I have completed is Patriotic stuff. I've actually got it fully finished. And I put it out. So, I need to finish those. Okay. This is another one of the cottage houses. What is this? This is March. Country Cottage Needleworks, March. I have the entire series. I have done April, and I've got January in progress, and no, I lie. I have February done. I have January in progress, February done, and this is March that I've started. And I gotta get it finished. I have that whole series. Just need to work on them. All right, this is Summer at the Shore. This is a fun one. I love it. The bird is drop dead gorgeous, but he's also a pain in the derriere to stitch. He's beautiful. He is going to be so worth it. He also will be going into my kitchen when I'm done with him. What am I stitching him on? Let me see if I have that information for you. I do not have that. It is a linen. Not sure. But that's what I got. I'm telling y'all, that wing is something else. I'm going to do like some kind of competition with myself. Like, put at least a thread in so many pieces. Like, make it a fun game or something. Summer Sampler. This one's cute. I hadn't touched it in forever. I do want to do this one. You're going to hear the dogs wanting in here. I'm sorry. Here it is. Hello Summer. Fun in the Sun is the name of it. Cute piece. This was in the World of Cross Stitching. What year? July 2021. And this is what I've got done on it. It is a super cute piece. Just need to sit and stitch it. This next one is Patchwork de la Plage by Jordan Prairie. Here's the chart. Super cute. I am stitching it on 28 count raw casual linen. And that is what I've got. That is what I got. Alright, up next, I don't even need to show you this one, but I'm going to show it to you because I didn't make a start on it. It's Happy Easter by Cherry Hill Stitchery. Started it on a black 20 count. About to sneeze. A 20 count Lugana. And I don't like how the white stitches look. I will be getting the silky thread for white and stitching with one thread. I cannot stand how it twists when you use 2 strands at EMC. Can't stand it. What is this? I have no idea. That's just random junk. Okay. Hang on, I gotta shut this door. Okay. This one is Take Me to the Sea. This was in Just Cross Stitch magazine, August of 2021. Cute piece, another beach theme. I stitched on this 1 or 2 times, and I only have a tiny bit. That's it. That's it. Y'all, I need some tips and tricks. How do y'all, like, keep going on stuff? Stop starting new stuff? What is this one? This is Happy Camper. This was a piece that I bought 18 years ago when I was stitching when I was pregnant. I started it, stitched some, restarted it because I hated the linen it was on. That's all I got. That is it. That is shameful. That is pathetic. That's what that is right there. If you look in the dictionary under pathetic, that picture will be there. God Bless America. This is a kit that I got from Walmart at the time by Jalen Needlecraft. It is beautiful. Drop dead beautiful. This is another one that I would love to have hanging in my house. And this is all I've got. That's it. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to get these pieces finished. I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to keep buying new projects. Alright, this is Spring by the Cricut Collection. I have done Winter. I'm doing Beachy Mood. This is Spring. I started it one time on a fabric and I did not like the fabric. And I have restarted it on Fiber on a Whim Kunzanite 14 count Ada. And that's all I got. And in due fashion, it says, I used to procrastinate. I used to just procrastinate, but I got so good I went pro. I need some boundaries, people, with my stitching habits. Okay, that is shelf number 1. We have 2 more shelves to go. Okay, this next one is, these are my project folder I was talking about. This is October 31st. There it is. I'm not taking it out. This was, I was doing a stitch along with this one. I do like stitching on this one, but I only pick it up around Halloween time. I'm trying to find it. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. I am stitching it on 32 count Lugana Scallop Shell by Barefoot Needle Art. And I'm not taking it out of that frame. I do have a good bit though on that. The bird is another one. It is beautiful. Beautiful. I just need to sit down and commit to stitching. I gotta make some kind of rule, like I have to stitch so many hours or get one done or two done or something before I can get another one. I'm gonna put these up here and then I'm gonna put them back. All right, this next one is Wicked Stitcher Society by Silver Creek Samplers. This is one that we started, me, Mona, and Lori started when we were in Washington, D.C. I started fairly quick. Mona was the last one to start, and she finished it like in a weekend. It's insane how quick she finished it. Mona, I need to know your secret, because that, if I stitched like you did, I would actually get some stuff done. Try to move this fabric over. And there is what I've got. It is more on this one. I'm proud to show that one to you. Let's see if I told the fabric that I was stitching it on. It is a mystery linen. I do not know. Mystery linen. Okay, this next one. This is Halloween by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is another one. I stitched on it a little bit in October. I only pulled these out to stitch the month of October. So these would understandably not have as much, but oddly enough, they have a pretty good bit. Got that far on that one. This one is Autumn by Cricut Collection. Funny enough, this is the one that I started with. Then I got Winter. I've already completed Winter. Then I added Beachy, and then I added Spring anymore. But I got a good bit on Autumn. This one, let me see if I've got what it's stitched on. I don't think I do. This was, I think, a fabric that I bought at Hobby Lobby. This was one of the first things that I started stitching back during the pandemic. I think that's where, something from Hobby Lobby. This one is Rivera's. I think Rivera's is the name of the chart. No, Rivera's Cross Stitch is the name of the designer. I don't know if it's called October 31st or what, but I'm stitching it on 14 count Margarita by Needle something. There's the chart. This was gifted to me by Kim J. She's no longer Kim J, but that's the only way I can remember Kim J. And I've not got a ton on it, but it is so cute. I love it. All right, when I get through with this parade, I'm going to go look up something, like some kind of guideline. Like maybe I need to do 100 stitches. I need a guideline to go by. Like not rules, but like a guideline. Something where if I do it, I can be like, oh yay, I did it. Pilgrim, Cottage Garden Samplings. Love the turkey. I really don't know why there's a snowman. I don't know. But in due fashion, that is all I have. Guys, this is embarrassing. That's all I've got. That's it. That is so it. I really feel now like I should have done my finishes thing before I showed this, because at this rate, it looks like I'm never going to complete anything. This is Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This one is close to a finish, actually. is what it looks like. I have stitched this one on, this was back during the pandemic, 18 count natural by Zweigart. I got it at Hobby Lobby at the time. I don't even know if they still have it there or not. I've got a good bit done on that one. I'm so proud of that one. But it's coming. Some of these are really close to a finish. I just need to sit down and finish them, and that way I'll feel better. I'll minimize my WIP count, and I'll actually complete some stuff. All right, here's another Tiny Town. Done told you the story about the Tiny Towns. It's ring true for this one too. Harvest Tiny Town. So cute. Again, I'm convinced that is the reason that I couldn't get into doing these, is because I needed to discover how cute they looked on 40 or 46 count, because that is all I have. Yes. Yes. Be thankful. By the Cricut Collection. Super cute. There's not a ton of Thanksgiving ones. Sir Thomas will take front and center shelf, but the Be Thankful would be cute to be done if I actually worked on it. Y'all, I'm really not feeling great about myself at this point. Okay. Bats and Booze. This one was a mystery stitch that was released by Fat Quarter Shop. And it come out in parts. I done really good for a little bit, and then I fell off the bandwagon. This one I definitely want to finish. It is amazing. It is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that, like the spider web stitching. I love it. I just need to sit down and stitch and quit starting new stuff. That's what I need to do. Okay. All Hallows Eve. I don't remember this. Oh, it's a little one. There was a bunch of these from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this was, I think, the last one that I didn't do. All that I have is the border on it. I like these little minis. I made them into dough bowl pillows, and I've got a couple of them done. One is FFO'd, another one I need to FFO, but it's cute. What is this one? Well, this one is Enchantress. This one reminded me of, it was in Just Cross Stitch October 21. It reminded me of like a Mirabilia, well, however you say it. She's beautiful. And I do want to do her, but that's all I got. The next one is Halloween Calendar Minis. This one is by Tiny Modernist. The chart is beautiful. Halloween calendar. It is beautiful. But it is amazing how many color changes is in this chart. It's insane. So I started stitching it as one big piece, and I decided that I did not want to do all of that calendar. And so I started stitching them individually using different fabrics. So I'm using a 32 count Spa by Zweigart. I'm using some hand-dyed fabrics that I dyed. One's a yellowy and one's an orangey. I'm using black. And so I'm stitching them like this. And what I want to do is make it have a Halloween tree. And where each day of that month up until Halloween, I put a new ornament on the tree. And then it fills the tree up. That is my thought process. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them done. 4 of them. This is the year. I'm claiming it. This is the year of being done with just starting stuff and not finishing. Bear with me while I fix this back a little bit for a second. Play some Jeopardy music in your head just for a minute. that is back in some sort of way. This is my Christmas stitching. I do not have the picture of this. This is Kringle's. You can look it up. It is a massive cut house. Huge. And that's what I have. This is another one. I cannot wait to have this one on my wall. But clearly I'm not stitching a lot. I've got to fix this problem. This is Snowman Kisses. I finished it. You'll have to see the other video to see it because it's done. This is one of my first pieces that I started. I was a very inexperienced stitcher. Made a ton of mistakes on it, and I'm having to redeem it as I go. It is Up on the Housetop by Stitching with the Housewives. Such a cute chart. But my stitch count is so messed up. I'm having to fudge it to make it work. But it was one of my first ones. I'm not giving up on it. I do have a good bit done. I am doing my own color conversions. Don't ask me what they are right this second. I'll have to write it down. But that's what I've got on it. Okay, I've decided. Here's what I want to do. I want to complete 25 of these projects for 2025. That's what I'm doing. I just made a goal. That's a goal. I can do that. This is Tiny Tidings by Lizzie Kate. I am doing the Milk and Cookies for Santa over here to the side. I got this one. Can you see it? There it is. I got this one at an antique store. And so that's what I got. See, this one's tiny. There's enough of these that's tiny. I could achieve that goal. That will put my butt into stitching gear. Holiday Quaker. Another one. I cannot wait to have this one framed and in my house. I just have to sit down and stitch it. Zipper don't want to work, guys. Okay, I got it. Never fear. Holiday Quaker by Lila Studio. So cute. Love it. Love everything about it. I am stitching it on 28 count Lugana Beach Days by Barefoot Needle Art. I like this one because each motif is a color, so there's not a ton of color changes. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I just need to get time on it. $2025 is going to be my year, y'all. Y'all going to be so proud of me. You're going to be so proud of me. I'm going to get my priorities in order and get my stitching. Marion Bright Dimensions Kit. Not a hard one. It does have, this was a kit that came with the fabric and stuff. Does have a pretty good bit of back stitching in it. But it's going to be cute when it's done. I am stitching it with the kit fabric on the quilt. Words. On the kit fabric with the floss. It's cute. What is this? Barnyard Christmas. This is embarrassing. This is a whole series on Pinker and Pumpkin quilting, and that is all I've got. This is going to be the same concept as those Halloween mini ornaments. I want to do the Barnyard Christmas series and hang them on my tree. I can't even show you because there's so many in there, and that's all I've got, so I'm just not going to show you anymore. If you want to see it, you can get on there and look. This is Christmas Countdown by Erica Michaels. I had never done a strawberry before. Got this for the strawberry. And this is what I have. Christmas Rules. This is one that's very close to a finish. I'm very proud. I'm so proud after all these horrible starts I've been showing you. This one, I purchased off at Etsy, so it's on printed paper. I printed. I am stitching this on Natural Star 18 count fabric by Zweigart. It does have some sparkle to it. Really cute. It is very close to a finish. Just need to finish her up. I don't have so many Christmas ones that I don't think it would be overwhelming if I did them in July. Okay, this is all the trimmings. It's a mystery stitch along. It was released by Fat Quarter Shop. I was hoping it was going to be as good as Bats and Booze, but in my humble opinion, it was not. I am going to finish out the stockings because I did the holly was part 1, the stockings was part 2. And then I'm going to call it quits. I was not thrilled with the rest of the pattern. So this one is, I just have 2.5 stockings, and then I'm going to make it a little pillow and be done with it. Okay, this is a stocking. I'm not even going to get these out. I don't have enough to even show you. This is Holy Night stocking. It's a Dimensions kit. It's the reoccurring theme of everything else that I've got. It's horrible. I ain't even started that one yet. There's this one, if you can see it through there. If not, it's okay. And then this one's Snowman Gathering stocking. I ain't even getting them out. Each of my sons wanted a cross-stitch stocking, and I have not been able to work on them. Not got a chance. All right, that's Christmas stitching. All right, let me fix this really quick. Play more Jeopardy music in your head. This would be a good point for you to pause and feel better about yourself for the little bit of stitching progress that I get on all these new starts that I do. All right. Next is, okay, this is kits that I have not started. That is a whole nother problem. I have issues, people. What is this one? Okay, this was a chart, temperature chart that I started. It is a calendar. I love the pattern. I can't do the temperature things. I've got a pretty good bit on it. I was very committed to getting it caught up. There it is. I can't do these. I have tried 2 different years to do these temperature things, but it ain't happening. Not happening. Here is the other one that I started. I did get further with this one. This was for 2022. And I still want to finish this one because it will be gorgeous when it's done. But, I mean, that's all I got on that one. I'm just not into the temperature things. I'm just not. I love the whole thought process of it, but I don't know. I thought about designing one where it's literally 1 or 2 stitches. I'll have to see if I can figure that out, but I just can't do it. This one is in the pink. Me and my mom and several people who went to Barefoot Needle Art in October, not 2024, but 2023 started this one. Or maybe it was February. I think it was February. I never would have picked this piece until somebody else had the fabric and the threads laid together. And it's beautiful. I'm stitching mine on 16 count Ada Dirty Pirate by Barefoot Needle Art. This one is very enjoyable to stitch. I have not stitched a ton on it, but it's beautiful. It reminds me of chocolate. This would be one that I would put out at Valentine's Day. It's not that it couldn't be out all the time. It just makes me think of Valentine's Day. This is Faith. This is a breast cancer piece. Memory with Barefoot Needle Art has been battling breast cancer. She recently had her surgery and she's doing well. Got another surgery coming up, I believe. But this is to support her and all of those who have breast cancer. It's Faith, Barefoot Needle Art. I did do some color change to mine. Trying to find it. Bear with me. These words right here. That's all I got. It's going to be beautiful. I want to complete it. I just have not. You can tell I've not really worked on a lot of anything. Okay, we're coming down to the last 10 or so. This is Homely Houseplants. This was a stitch along. I can't even find, let me see if I can find, I don't even have a picture to show you what the completed piece would look like. This was something that I was like one of my very first cross stitch pieces. And I've got several more plants to go, finish the bookshelf, and that one will be done. It's a really cute stitch. I do want to finish it because it was one of my earliest pieces. I'm just not got very far on it. This is Our Flock Rocks. It was a pattern from Barefoot Needle Art. I'm doing it on a mystery fabric, and that's all I have. Like, that's it. What is this? Positive Thinking. This is a French chart. And it says, the way to happiness, keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry, live simply, expect little, give much, scatter sunshine, forget self, and think of others. And that's the chart. This was a free download offline. It is a beautiful chart. And it is on a linen. I'm not sure who the color or none of that stuff, and that's what I've got. Oop, there went all the fabrics. This one is UFO'd. This one's UFO'd. That one, technically, I'm just going to put it aside. That one is UFO'd. This one is Prairie. No. Lizzie Kate, Let Them Be Small. I love it. It's a cute saying. I started this on a midnight challenge going into the new year, and that's what I have. The next one is Royal Holiday. Love this chart. Oh no, my zipper's broke on this one too. I don't think I can get to her. This is another Mirabilia. I can't even get it out. You'll have to look at my Instagram if you want to see a picture of it. This is the Prairie Schooler Santas. I have every single Prairie Schooler Santa that exists. And I'm stitching mine on Murky. I have stitched one of them completely. And I have started another one. I think this is the 1991 Santa. And this is Picture This plus Murky. I did the 1984 Santa first because that was the year I was born. And that's all I've done. Okay. That is all of my projects. So I'm not really sure how you're supposed to feel after you do a WIP parade. I'm pretty sure that every time I watch somebody else do a WIP parade, they kind of have the same thought process as I do. I have too many WIPs. I do. I've got to figure out a system to get to these WIPs. I love every one of these WIPs. I literally just got rid of 5 that I did not like out of all of these WIPs. The rest of them, I do want to stitch them. I want them done. I want them hanging in my house. I've got to get them stitched. I need something attainable, something to go for. I do notice that I love to watch people's progress on their WIPs because they chip away at it slowly, and eventually it gets done. Brando with Handwork Maniac is the perfect example of that. I need to get a rotation going to where I can get some of these done. I don't have a long way to go on about 10 of them, and they're pretty good pieces. So if I can get them to where I'm focusing on them for like 30 minutes a day and maybe stitching on these other ones, I'm not sure. I don't want it to be to where I feel like it's a have to and not a want, but I'm not ever going to get them done if I don't have some kind of system. If you have got some thoughts on some ways that it can be very achievable ideas, put them below. I have tried all of those groups where you fill out words, and I've tried Bringo, I've tried that stuff, and I don't ever stick to it. I don't know. And it's probably not even like a system that's the answer. It's probably just me sitting and stitching. But I need to get something in my head to make it to where I can do it. At this point, it's very overwhelming because I think I have so many to stitch and I don't have enough time. And I can go into shutdown mode whenever I'm like that. Yeah. So if you have a suggestion, please shoot me an answer. I would love to hear it. And just follow along. I'm going to do one. Let's see, this is May. I'm going to do one again about November. And let's see where we are on these and see how many I can get done. I've got a goal now to complete 25 of these. Some of these are small enough I think I can do that, or far enough to where that I can. And let's see what happens. What do you think? Well, thanks for joining me for my 2025 WIP Parade. I'm so happy to be back. I am ready to get some stitching done. I've got 2 retreats coming up. I'm going to really sit down and stitch. I have a lot to get done. Now that I'm going to be home primarily, working from home and stuff, instead of commuting, I can be using that time to stitch. So I'm very hopeful. I am going to be back in the routine of doing floss tubes again, keeping it what makes me happy. So I hope you'll come along. If you're not yet a subscriber, it would really help me out if you would consider subscribing. You know, it's free for you and it really helps me. And if you know of somebody that is not yet a subscriber, and if you would share with them my channel, I would really appreciate it. I've had this channel for like 10 years, and yeah, I've been stitching 4 years, but I'm like just over 1,000 something subscribers. It would be really cool if I could get my subscriber count up. So anyway, I will see you guys next week. Thanks for coming along with me, and I will see you next time.